Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren Messiah. I am a personal stylist and a coach and educator to Stylist. So in today's video, we are going to talk about virtual styling. Virtual styling is something that I have been doing for my clients since like 2015, 2016. And then, of course, as time progresses, and especially in a post-pandemic life, virtual styling has become huge. And a lot of stylists are wanting to add this to their business, or they're wanting to start their business by just jumping right into virtual styling. So in today's video, I want to talk about 5 mistakes that you should avoid as a virtual stylist. Number 1, not doing in-person styling first. I will die on this hill. You've probably heard me talk about it in other videos or in other places that we may be connected, like some of my courses or on other social media platforms. I fully believe that in order to do virtual styling successfully for both you and your client, that you must have experience styling real live humans in real life first. It is key. When I introduced virtual styling to my business, let's just call it in 2016, I started my styling business in 2009, 2010. So I had a good like 5-year runway of working with clients in person before I decided that I wanted to recreate the magic that I had created in person and transfer that into an online experience. Even then, it took some tweaking and some finessing to get the virtual services just right, but I had something to base it off of. So it was very seamless for me to take the business model that I had proven to be successful in person, tweak it, extrapolate the magic from it, and take it into something that could be conducted online. So since doing that, I've had one-on-one virtual services, I've had online memberships, I've had online courses, I've had ebooks, I've had physical books, like all of the other things I've created in my business were birthed out of an in-person experience first. So if you think you're going to just shortcut straight to virtual, I think you're going to have a world of hurt ahead of you because you haven't proven your styling system in person first. Mistake number 2 is relying solely on virtual styling platforms to operate your styling business. Now, again, you may have heard me talk about this / Lauren rant about this. I am a supporter and a friend to, I think, every single CEO that runs a virtual styling platform. But even though I support, love, and have their friendship, I have always stood behind the fact that I do not think stylists should be solely running their business on these platforms. There's a couple of different reasons. One, a lot of these platforms sadly disappear. I've said this from the start, and people are like, no, they're going to be here forever. And then poof, they disappear. All of your content, all of your business, all of like your client profiles, they're gone too. So you should be able to run your business your own way, independent of a platform. Now, some platforms are more well established, they've been around longer, and the threat of them disappearing is fairly low. But there are others that the threat is like medium high. So I'm not saying don't use virtual styling platforms. I'm saying use them in tandem with your own business that you're running. So you can utilize the tools, but be able to fully operate your styling business, virtual or in person, on your own as well. So if one of those platforms poof disappeared, you wouldn't miss a beat, okay? Mistake number 3 is using virtual styling as an excuse to be a lazy stylist. When I started virtual styling, I had this vision. I had this vision. I think I was like 34, 35 years old. And I was like, listen, I don't want to live in a world where I'm in my 40s and like have a family and I still have to like run out to the mall and schlep bags and like carry all this stuff. So I wanted to start building something virtual so I could live the lifestyle that I desired as my career progressed. Now, as I'm pregnant with my first child, I'm really glad that I did that all of those years ago because now I can run a virtual styling platform, empire, online education, and I can stay at home. I can work from home, take care of my child, like hip, hip, hooray. I was building something virtual because I was building a business model that I wanted to enjoy, right? I wasn't doing it because I was lazy. As I started building my virtual styling empire, I was still taking clients on in person and just having this other option of something I could build if my lifestyle changed. What I am seeing a lot, because I've trained over 7,000 stylists throughout my career, is a lot of people are doing virtual because they're already burnt out and tired after like 3 months of working in person. They're like, I don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk to people. I'm like, again, you're in for a rude awakening because you're building something because you're being lazy. Let's just call a spade a spade. And two, you're going to realize that virtual styling is no easier than in-person styling. Like, yes, you don't have to physically run to the mall and physically carry bags, but the work that is involved in doing online shopping, a lot of times it's easier just to run to the freaking store. The work that comes with building the infrastructure to have a, digital business, it's a lot of work. So don't make the mistake in thinking that virtual styling is like easy street because it's not. Mistake number 4 is not adding wow touches to your virtual experience. So this kind of rolls right off the laziness we were talking about in number 3. Virtual styling, in-person styling, whatever you're offering your customers should wow them, right? Like it should wow them. You should be going above and beyond to make the customer experience very special. So if you're doing the bare minimum, which puts us back to number 2, solely relying on virtual styling platforms, you're like one step above AI, just delivering outfits. Here's what you like. I put together an outfit, like, here you go. That's not wow. Okay. Wow gets you wow clients. Wow gets you wow money. So it's going beyond the confines of the ordinary and creating unique experiences within your virtual styling, going above and beyond to make the client feel like, damn, this is just as special as something in person. So I really encourage my students to like use their brains. My coaching students love when I remind them to use their brains, but to use their brains to really think about like what would make my client so excited and delighted to pay me good money to do virtual styling. Because like I said in number 3, it's actually a lot of work. So even though you're working hard and thinking like, well, I should be able to charge whatever I want because I'm working hard, if the result that's going through to your client isn't wow, then you know what I'm saying? So you got to add that wow. And then number 5 is expecting your client avatar, your ideal customer avatar. Those of you in Style Boss Academy, you know all about that, to be the same. So without going into a whole lesson on client avatars, Basically, there's a type of client that you would like to attract into your business. That client is not necessarily the same in person as they are online. So when I was doing in-person styling solely, my clients were women in Hollywood who were executives. They had places to go, people to see. They didn't have time to shop, style outfits. So they wanted an in-person experience. That same avatar, I realized after building my virtual styling business, they were not the types of people that were going to necessarily buy the virtual because the virtual is going to take a little bit more time and effort on their part, where these are people that are like, just do it all for me. So as you're developing the virtual leg of your business, it's going to force you to think about the client that you're marketing these services to differently. So if you think you're just going to flip the switch from in person to virtual and expect all the money to just like keep rolling in, it might not work because you haven't really changed your avatar. So those are the 5 big mistakes to avoid. If you need more help avoiding them, there's a couple of things that I recommend. Number 1 is getting inside of my virtual stylist toolkit. I have revamped that program so much since its inception. And during the launch that's going to happen on December 16th, 2024, there are going to be some insane bonuses that include some bonus virtual styling templates. These are not only templates that you can use with your clients, these are idea jump starters to add those wow touches to your virtual experience. So I'm so excited about them. I'm like, what would I create if I were still working with styling clients? Right now, I mainly just work with students, coaching and teaching. I'm like, I would put these in my business. So I made them so you can put them in your business. So I'd highly suggest if you're dead serious about becoming a successful virtual stylist, that you should get into the virtual stylist toolkit. If you are a person who does not have the fundamentals down of working as a stylist to even be able to do in person first, to transfer that into a virtual experience, then I would also take first my styling fundamentals program. Okay. So if you have any questions about any of the programs that I offer, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, or you can email my team at info@laurenmessiah.com. And that's that, my friends. So if you've made any of these mistakes, it's okay. They are all correctable. And if you have a question for me that you'd like me to answer on video, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it on video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.